You better be prepared, because these guys are hidden for a reason. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for another top 10 secret bosses in video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. If there's something you think we missed on this list, be sure to check out our first list on the topic. Number 10, Ethereal Queen, Star Ocean series. Appearing in every main Star Ocean entry, this secret super boss is one tough celestial being, usually the hardest boss in the game. It'll probably take everything you got to bring her down. Found mostly in secret dungeons, the Ethereal Queen boasts of her power and unapologetically puts down anyone before her, thinking them only worthy of service. As you can figure, the party isn't a fan of that notion. You're gonna wanna max out any stats you can before you go, as well as procure the best equipment if you wanna come out of this encounter alive.
That was tougher than it needed to be.
Number 9, Giga Bowser, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Bowser's always been the main baddie in the Mario world, but somewhere along the way, he kinda lost himself. He became more of a comedic arch-nemesis rather than a threatening foe. All that changed when Giga Bowser appeared in Melee. Shocking gamers, this version of Bowser was a throwback to its original design and structure, pre-N64 days. Finishing adventure mode in under 18 minutes without using any continues will make Giga Bowser reveal himself, boasting incredible size and strength. He'll also take a lot more damage before you can finally smash him off the stage. Number 8, Driviks, The Chosen, Destiny. This is a hell of a fight. To encounter Driviks, you'll need to partake in the daily heroic version of Lost to Light. Your light level is gonna have to be high, and you'll definitely need some buddies with you because this is a tough one. Driviks is a bullet sponge, even for Destiny, and deals incredible damage. I mean, he is the chosen one after all. It'll take all you got to bring him down, but the plethora of respawning enemies definitely won't make it easy for you. You're sure to get downed at least a few times, but it'll all be worth it, as defeating him rewards you with the exotic black spindle.
Taken will not rest.
Number 7, Engineer Omegaplugg, World of Warcraft, Legion. It had taken a little while before players realized that this boss even existed, and then again it took them a while just to comprehend how hard this boss really was. Engineer Omegaplugg can be summoned after defeating Thermoplug and pressing a hidden button on one of the pillars. It has insane AoE damage and summons a ton of bombs that are capable of one-shotting you. As you've probably guessed, you'll need a full party of level 110s to even stand a chance against this dude. After taking him down, your party will receive a vial of green goo, which can temporarily turn you into a leper gnome, if that's your thing. I'm sure it is, right? Number 6, Izanami, Persona 4.
I am a god. I'll teach you the truth of your minuscule existences.
This true final boss is not a pushover. It has two forms, and one is considerably uglier than the other.
You cannot defeat me with strength alone. Soon, you will understand.
As the party starts to realize Izanami is impervious to a lot of their attacks, the Orb of Sight begins to quiver and reveals Izanami's true form, now known as Izanami no Okami, and it looks kinda like a monstrosity. It'll probably take a few tries to beat this boss, as it has a move that insta-kills anyone with a status ailment. However, knowing it's the true final boss will probably keep you coming back, and the atmosphere and background music should keep you focused, so bring it on.
How can your powers rival mine?
Number 5, Night Terror, Soul Calibur 3. This walking, hulking combination of flesh and bone that can only communicate with grunts and growls is the final boss and the alter ego of Nightmare, the main antagonist. To face it, you'll need to play through the story mode choosing the right branching paths, and that route, by the way, is different for every character. It has a jarring difficulty spike compared to other opponents, as it can't be interrupted and has abilities that can take out half your life in a single slash. You can't even ring out the darn thing, as it just flies back in, so you gotta beat him the old-fashioned way, to death.
You win.
Number 4, The Moon Presence, Bloodborne. From Software is famed for its games with environmental storytelling, and Bloodborne's definitely no exception. It's up to the player to put the pieces together and interpret the situation based on the knowledge they have. Lore-wise, the Moon Presence might be the Great One that is mentioned throughout the game. But anyway, to unlock the fight against this optional boss, you must perform a variety of tasks, such as consuming a certain amount of items and refusing a certain request. Another contender for this spot was the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3, but we just felt that the Moon Presence was a much more intimidating presence? Number 3, The Slot Machine, Star Fox. So, we're not going to sugarcoat it, this is kind of weird. Completing a set of bizarre tasks will grant you access to the secret level Out of This Dimension, in which you'll have to battle a swarm of paper planes and then fight an artificially intelligent slot machine at the end. To defeat the slot machine, you'll have to shoot the handle and get 3 sevens in a row. If you get any other combinations, you may get attacked or healed. Once you defeat it, just try to accept that there's no escape from this surreal dimension, and look at all those smiling moons for comfort, I guess. Number 2, So Sorry, Undertale. Out of all the entries on this list, this is perhaps the most peculiar to unlock. In the Hotlands on the 2nd floor, you can find an entrance that leads you to a sign that says Art Club Meetup October 10th at 8 p.m. So, as you could probably guess, in order for the boss to appear, you have to set your computer's internal clock for that time. This boss was actually only put in the game as a high-level backer reward on Kickstarter. The design is heavily based on the backer's artwork persona, and a lot of the boss's traits were suggested by that backer as well. So Sorry is portrayed as a clumsy but friendly artist who deals damage to the player by trying to show them his art. It's super weird, but it's a weird game. What do you want? Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Emerald Weapon, Final Fantasy VII. The rank of Ultra Hidden Super Boss doesn't just go to anyone or anything, but we think a giant mechanism built to protect the planet from extraterrestrial beings is probably a worthy contender. Emerald Weapon, as well as its pal Ruby Weapon, are 2 of the hardest enemies in the game. The thing about Emerald Weapon, however, is that the battle is fought underwater, and you only get 20 minutes to beat him until you run out of breath, which is still kind of impressive. 20 minutes, wow. You'll have to deal a pretty massive amount of damage just to make it. Unless, that is, you go through a series of steps to breathe underwater indefinitely. So, once you've destroyed it, you better just pray that aliens don't invade the planet, I suppose. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.